trains, and eventually cars, traffic moved away from these communities. Now, a Louisville author, MelissaCh18, takes readers on a journey through the river towns of central Kentucky, and we thank you so very much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
This is truly a history book, but the history is told through pictures. How did you get your hands on all of these pictures?
Well, some were done with my personal research, and then through the research, because it's about 10 years of research on my part in it. And through the years, I had met individuals who had ancestors that lived along the river or operated the steamboat business that were there, and they contributed some photos as well, and a few historical societies that I've spoken to.
I think people will find these photographs really fascinating. I'm doing a book right now on that nothing happens at the Red River. When you started to do the research, was there anything that surprised you, Melissa, that you came across? You went, wow.
Actually, quite a bit of it, because these communities, there are really no trace of them that exist today, with the exception of High Bridge. But there was a legendary riverboat captain, Squire Jordan Preston, that lived in Oregon in Mercer County, and I'm sorry.
Well, one of the, if I may, because I saw the photograph of the riverboat in particular, was this was uptown. These riverboats were very nice. They were dining cars. People were dressed for the occasion. It was almost like a mini cruise.
Oh yeah, it was an event. Your meals were included with the fare, and sometimes the excursions would last anywhere from a day, or they would come up from Louisville all the way down to Valley View and return. But yes, it was definitely the way to travel, and it was just promoted, because especially during the summertime, because the weather was just so much cooler on the river, and everyone could just get away for all that, and there were music and dancing on board. And
why did you want to put together this pictorial history of central Kentucky?
Well, I have always been interested in what came before, and just through my research I have learned so much, and a lot of people have approached me and, wow, I never really knew that. That's just interesting. And then there are a lot of family stories and oral histories that have been told to me that I wanted to put in the book, just so that they would be preserved, so just everyone could know what did exist once along the river.
What about Love a Good Creek? You going to do a follow-up on that, maybe? Have you thought about it?
Oh, yes, that's going to be my next book, Ed.
But your first one was on covered bridges, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, now you can get a signed copy of River Towns of Central Kentucky, information about her book tour, and learn more about author MelissaCh18 by logging on to her website at www.MelissaCh18.com. Thanks, Melissa, for coming in. It's very fascinating.
Thank you.
Very interesting. Forecast is cold. I mean, it was really chilly outside this morning. Did you have to let your car run for a while?
No, I didn't.
You didn't? You just jumped right in?
It was cold.
Or were you using horse and buggy?
No.
Okay.
It was nasty though, Tom Ackerman. What are you going to do?